Well, DC, you better work quickly here because Frankie Edgar with that patented sprint to the octagon, I know you've taken a page out of his book.
It's a wrestling thing, Jay. Wrestlers want to get down to business, and that is what Frankie Edgar is all about. He is Jersey strong to his bone. Frankie is a guy that even when it looks like he's out of it, he can continue to press forward and get the goal accomplished. When he got dropped and hurt by Gray Maynard way back before he became champion, he was able to build himself back into that fight and secure a draw. And then the second time they fought, same thing, but he was the one that got the finish. They call him the little engine that could, because you can never tell Frankie Edgar there's something he can't do.
It was about 10 years ago he won the UFC lightweight championship in Abu Dhabi. Truly one of the fighters that embraced fighting at his natural weight before it was in vogue. The answer, Frankie Edgar, back in yet another big UFC spot here tonight. Well, the UFC's featherweight division is a hard one to hold down consistently, but this man has done it. He's the undisputed champion, and his latest title defense comes here tonight.
He seems to be getting better. You think that when a guy becomes a champion, he may rest on his laurels. He may start to take a look at his work and smile.
Right.
Not this guy. This guy is doing more now. He seems more motivated to continue to build on the legacy that he's already created. He's a great champion, and tonight he intends to keep that belt.
And he's never sitting on a lead. He's never playing with his food. He's always focused. And now the champion has his sights set on this very worthy challenger here tonight. Well, so much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. Our tale of the tape for this featherweight championship fight. All right, now for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon where we find Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Frankie Edgar. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Bryce the Master.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
You ready?
All right, so here is the proud Arkansas native, Thug Nasty, Bryce Mitchell back on the proving ground as this round gets underway. Of course, a lot of people were high on him going into the Edson Barboza fight. He emerged from that fight with flying colors and now gets another legitimate challenge.
Oh, nice double head, yes.
Edgar getting absolutely worked from the top here on the wrong end of nearly all of these ground and pound strikes. All right, feet on the hips here.
He's gonna start trying to move to a submission here. It looks like he's trying to attack an arm triangle. It's tight, it's tight. The arm triangle is getting very close. What he's gotta do now is get to the outlet side.
Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed. Great shot from the top position.
Oh, nice transition. Flattens him out now. This could be trouble. Edgar's in half guard. Fighter trying to pass here. Ooh, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job. Great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
The ground strikes starting to pile up.
Oh, lands a big elbow.
Mitchell's back into full guard. Hard to win MMA fights off of your back, but these strikes are useful from the bottom. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against.
He's in a dominant position. Look at him attacking the wrist.
Oh, that Kimura looks tight. Wow, he's out. The fight's going to continue.
Oh, my goodness. I thought it was over. I thought this fight was over.
Man, submission defense is a powerful thing. Offense keeps going for it. Defenders held up every step of the way.
Yeah, the defense has done a great job just making sure he leaves nothing long, no submission attempts. Even when they get him, he continues to stay calm and patient, and he's defending these submissions.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Edgar. Another ground and pound strike gets home.
Now he's going full mount.
So we cross the 30-second mark in our opening round. 20 seconds left. Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Round two straight ahead.
Stop.
He's beating you on the ground. You can't allow that to happen. The fight does go down there. I want you on top. So look for your scrambles, look for your sweeps, look for your reverses. Good luck.
All right, there's the horn, and what a round it was. DC, take us through the replays.
Punch after punch. He landed him at will. He went right at his opponent, got in his face, and showed, this is my octagon. We are going to dance to the beat of my tune.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Round two is underway. Oh, he's in real trouble now.
Big knee. That one was thrown to end the fight.
Yeah. Big left hand.
Really nice takedown. Getting them out here. Now he's got good body position, yup.
Back mount now. Edgar's really pressing now. He's got his opponent's belly flat on the mat. Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll. All right, half guard position for him here, and I can...
Go on, Kimura now.
Ooh, that Kimura looks tight. Oh, the submission defense holds up and gets out.
He said that he was ready for everything that would be thrown at him. In that position, he showed that and proved it.
Print the shirts, ground and pound. Under 3 minutes now to go in round two. Edgar's right back to the full mount. Frankie Edgar, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, under Ricardo Almeida and Renzo Gracie.
That was nice.
Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. Edgar's back inside control here.
Good job being a threat off your back and not allowing your opponent to get comfortable.
Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Edgar. Mitchell's now dealing with a cheek cut. All right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the home for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard.
30 seconds to go in round two. Oh, now looking to posture up, and he lands a big head strike. Nicely done there by Edgar. Seconds winding down in round 2. Mitchell's eye is closing up. Pretty good head movement. He's avoiding a lot of these ground strikes. 2 rounds in the books. All right, so that's the end of the round. Potential adversity here. He's got a cut on his cheek sustained from that strike in the round. Now the focus becomes maximizing these 60 seconds, shutting that cut and preventing it from becoming a major factor here moving forward. All right, let's look back at some of the action in that round, DC. What a high-level display of offensive wrestling.
I mean, this is a joy for me to watch. I enjoy watching a guy maintain this level of wrestling for as long as he has done this. He is constantly in his opponent's face. He's constantly taking him down. Getting taken down and getting up is exhausting. Let's see how tired his opponent is at the start of the next round.
Here we go, 3rd round of this championship fight. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to pile up these body shots here in the latter stages of this fight. You didn't see a lot of that in the earlier rounds, making up for lost time here. He takes his back now. All right, operating inside the closed guard now.
Look at that. Recognized he was about to lose position. Great job changing the position and getting that reversal.
Oh, submission attempt here.
He's fighting, he wants this badly. Arms in deep.
Oh, somehow he gets out. Fantastic submission deep. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Edgar.
Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top.
Nice shot lands from the bottom.
Edgar ground and pound from half guard. He is making these shots count. Oh, huge ground strike there. I can see the cutman's actually getting excited.
You can't take all those unanswered strikes. They don't have to be that damaging.
Yeah.
You just got to move.
Oh, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. Mitchell's looking to pass from full guard into half guard here, but he's denied. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy.
Nice defense.
Really good job to land these strikes from top position. All right, side control now.
Nice.
And right into side control. Mitchell's back in full mount.
He's got to start throwing down.
All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. So the fighter was really caught in a submission there just as the horn sounded. Safe to say he was saved by the bell there. So back to the stools they go. 60 seconds to recover here. We're going to fight on, ladies and gentlemen. Another round coming up.
Boom! Body kick right there. Landed perfect.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here's round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go. You can feel that is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Huge shots there. Takedown defense holds up. All right, hip toss, and he is able to take him down. Beautiful execution there.
Great job knowing exactly what he wanted. Moving the position left and stepping in with that right leg to load his opponent and drift it through. Great move. We love the big move. They're very excited.
Good work from the top here by Ed. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. Working from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Edgar. Postures up now and lands a vicious head strike. Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice. Oh, lands a hip toss to get him down. That can't feel good. Throwing that jab now again. The fighter evades. Well, he is really starting to apply a lot of pressure here down the stretch. Not as much offense earlier in the fight. He is making up for lost time now.
Caught that. Now, there's danger in that, too, because when you start reaching on the catch, you can't. You're in a lot of trouble. Jab, snaps the head back. He's sticking him over and over again. He's got his head on his back.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Oh, how good was that judo toss? Side control now.
Beautiful ground strikes landed.
All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But it's nothing to worry about too much now. But he's got to be very careful with it as we go forward.
All right, well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Now maybe trying to get to a choke position here, DC.
Oh, nice.
Great work here from the bottom fighter. All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways he can go here. Maybe try to find an arm bar or just get the ground and pound.
He can attack submission, but those submissions will present themselves once he is landing that brutal ground and pound he is known for. Because then his opponent will start to get a little bit desperate to get out from under him, which will then in turn leave arms dangling, or he'll turn to his knees and get choked out.
All right, take a seat. Now listen, you're up on the scorecards here. Going into the last round, I want more of what you've been doing. Let's stay safe. Let's not get kicked.
All right, so there's the end of the round. A lot of high-level action, and if you like the takedown game, as my boy Daniel Cormier does, you enjoyed that round.
It's like we're watching the NCAA wrestling tournament. It's takedown after takedown. He's fighting his fight. He's able to change levels, drive into his opponent, and secure takedown after takedown.
You ready? You ready?
It is the fifth and final round. Well, just as he did in the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down. Scary, scary proposition for the opponent. Stuffs the takedown. Oh, judo toss. Made it look easy.
Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Oh, this is getting kind of hard to watch, right? He targets the cut and lands a strike right on it.
Changing the position.
Lands with the ground and pound.
He does everything so well, and he's so calm. He's so calm in the face of such a big spot.
Working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transition.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
It's hard to think about a fight in his career in which he has absorbed this amount of damage. His face is essentially shut.
Unrecognizable. He's unrecognizable. That is as close to the term that I can say. This guy does not look like the guy that walked into the octagon early. He made a lot of mistakes early, and they're ultimately costing him right now as we've gotten longer in the fight.
Well, he grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. Trying to guard pass here. Not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions.
Under 2 minutes now to go in the fight.
All these actions, though, these big actions gotta wear on the gas tank of both guys.
Well, I think I can smell the blood at this point in time. That canvas didn't look like that a few fights ago. Blood is flowing from that cut with every passing strike.
Every strike. And it burns. John, it burns so bad. When you get cut like that, every time a shot lands, it just burns. So this guy needs to try to find a way to not take and limit the damage he's taken to this cut. Easier said than done.
Mitchell's back in full mount. All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here.
He's got to be careful here. Great job finding his shots from the top position.
Oh, flags him out now. This could be the beginning of the end. Mitchell's in half guard now. Oh, and there's the final horn. We go to the scorecards. One of the greatest fights that we have seen all year. All right, so the title fight goes the distance. I don't want to steal Bruce Buffer's thunder because he doesn't like that, but and new UFC champion of the world you're looking at.
Yeah, he's the new champ. No matter how you want to look at it, he did enough to take the belt off the champion. He used his striking, his footwork, his beautiful movement in order to confuse the champion over the course of 5 rounds. He did enough. It's time to strap the belt around his waist.
All right, the official decision is now in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest, 49-46. For the winner by unanimous decision, and new undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Frankie the Edgar Edgar.
Iron Army, stand up. The celebration is on in Toms River, New Jersey, and beyond. Their guy, the answer, Frankie Edgar, getting his hand raised yet again.
Well-rounded skill, great cardio.